And hello everybody, welcome back to Naya's channel.
No, no.
We've been making a lot of videos today. Naya has been charged up. It's great to see this, just like old times. This will be the last one of the day, so here we go.
Okay, guys. If I say your name wrong, I apologize, but it's Slanta Mirtrick. I don't know where you are in the world, but I'll bet you it's not the United States. But if it is, well, then correct me on your little thing here. And her question is, beautiful, Madeline. I have some questions I've been thinking about. I hear you and many others talking about we are all one, but at the same time, we are somehow separate. How does this work? And I'll stop there and then I'll come back to the next because it's really kind of different. And then it says, she's asking about Siamese twins, and I'll answer that in a minute. No, you know what, I'm not. She says, how about Siamese twins? Are they one or two spirits? There are two. And if we are separate, is there a limited number of spirits or whatever to call it? There is not a limited number of spirits. The fact that you are counting is an illusion. That's a time-space thing. In reality, there's no such thing as time or space. There's no numbers. There's no in the now. You wouldn't even think like that. You wouldn't even think how many are there. That's just a part of the game. So, I don't know what else to tell you other than to explain to you that it's really hard while you're in time space to understand now time. But if it makes you feel any better, when I was in now time, it was really, really almost impossible for me to remember how time space worked. So when you're in one or the other one's really hard to understand, which is the reason why a lot of you have trouble dealing with your higher selves. All your higher selves are in now time. So your now time people really have a hard time communicating with you and making things real for you in linear time space, because they don't understand that they've got to do it over and over and over and over. So they'll fix it for you, but they only fix it in the now. They don't know that they've got to do it now. Now I'm trying to talk to all the higher selves and explain this, so is Stephanie, but it's a tough one. But since I was on their side not that long ago, I totally understand why it's difficult for them. Just like here, I try to explain to you guys now time and you struggle with it. I'm doing the same thing with the higher selves and they're struggling with linear time space. But we're working on it. It's getting better. Now, back to the oneness thing. Now, the way that I've explained this before is that inside you, there is your child self, there is your adolescent self, there is your son or daughter self, there is your mother, father self, there is your employee self, there is might be your owner, business owner self. All these selves have personalities. They have a certain amount of history that is unique to that part of yourself. When you go to see your family at a family reunion, you do not call on any part of your employee self. That goes over here, right? That doesn't bother you, doesn't throw you. When you go to work, you don't lock in on your child self, right? You don't do that. It doesn't even throw you at all. It's over there, you know it's there, it's a part of you, it's no big deal. It's just not one. Now if you were to, and I've used this before, if you won $10 million tomorrow, this is what would happen. Inside of you, all these different parts of you would speak up. And the child self would go, oh, I want to play with that money. And your business self would, well, I need to invest. And your son, daughter self would say, I need to help my parents. Your parent self would go, I need to invest for my children. Do you see what I'm getting at? Each one of these would take their part of you and have a say-so. They would say, according to my part of us, I think we should do this. And then the totality of you would bring all that together, and it would probably divide that up into different places. Now, none of that throws you, right? Now just make that much, way much bigger. You are a part of the all that is, just like you're like the child part of the all that is. Each one of us is an individual part of the all that is. We all know outside this game who each other is. Your child self knows your business self. They know what each other's doing. That's not at all. Well, in the all that is, the oneness, that's how it is. Outside this game, outside of amnesia. That's how it works. Okay? How's that?
That's it?
That's it. Simple. Don't make things more difficult than they need to be.
Well, it's just so short for the last video. I got a quick follow-up.
Okay.
Why do people beat them?
For God, so you can play this game. So it's a part of the game, and it's really, really built in everywhere. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not big enough. You're not rich enough. You're too rich. You know, every way you turn, I don't care what you are, there's somebody telling. Well, all of it is, but it was built by society's rules that you were told from you were little, which is a part of the game.
That's very good. Very true.
It's part of the game. The second you start seeing the game and you go, I guarantee you, anything that you feel, if it feels bad, it's part of the game trying to get you to forget you're a God. Because God never feels bad.
So
there's
just
nothing to feel bad
ignore
about.
guilt.
Oh, absolutely. Guilt is nonsense. Guilt is
That's
feeling
good.
bad, fear, anything negative. Those are all a part of the game to keep you out of your godhood. So, as a God, I mean, think God, real God. Would a God ever feel bad about anything? Is there any reason a God would? No. So all of that is just a part of making the gods be able to play a game not as gods. That's all that is.
It's very good. Very good. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Now your classic sign off.
Bye, guys. Love you so much. See you later. Mwah.